up and sit down.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of On This Channel. My name is Jessica and this is my co-host.
What's my name?
Hurry up.
Again? It was...
Okay. And today we are going to watch Paranormal Activity. I have never seen this movie. He has never seen this movie. I have avoided this movie because before I was into horror movies, I did not like scary movies, so I avoided it like the plague. Especially when the trailers came out at the time. This movie was out in 2007, so yeah, I was super afraid of horror movies.
Speaking of the trailers, way back when I was a young lad, I did work at a movie theater. And Paranormal Activity did one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen. They did an ad campaign where they were like, demand it in your town. It was always intended for a national release, meaning, nationwide, obviously, and international. But they made it seem like it was an indie movie. They made it seem like it was an indie movie that you would have to demand to get into bigger theaters. So, constantly answering the phones at the movie theater I worked at, they would say, we want Paranormal Activity. And I kept having to say it's coming out October, whatever date, 17th or something. I'm like, it's coming to our theater then. But they did such a good job that the 4 or 5 days a week I worked there, answering the phone, probably had at least 15 calls a day. Asking, like, when are we getting Paranormal Activity? This is in August, by the way. So, 2 months later. So, brilliant advertising for this film. It's no wonder it comes from a production studio that Steven Spielberg runs. So, good idea there.
I mean, this movie was on a shoestring budget and totally made out on it. Like, yes, it raked in the dough on a shoestring, like a legit shoestring budget.
So, let's go the way we used to go back in Vlogtober. This is Paranormal Activity from 2007, directed by Oren Peli, who I don't think has really directed anything else since then, other than a few of the other Paranormal Activity movies. But this was made for $11,000, which for a movie is nothing.
I told you, shoestring budget.
Yeah, for you and me, that's a decent amount of money. That's like 6 months rent. But it did make, as near as makes no difference, about $194 million box office, not including video rental and, Blu-ray purchase, that sort of thing.
All the extra stuff.
So I would guess somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 million plus, how many sequels? 7?
Like, all in all, this movie, it's still making money. It makes money. It has made its money. It has made its money back way, way in full.
Oh, absolutely. Again, I don't think either one of us has seen it.
No, I've never seen it.
I've seen bits because I was working at a movie theater at the time, and one of my favorite things was to mess around right when the ending comes. I used to bang the
broom.
Yeah, I used to bang the broom on the side of the wall, like right towards the end, to just freak people out, especially if I was working day shift, so there would only be like maybe 5 to 7 people in there. So, first off, just hearing a garbage can roll up sounds kind of weird, if it's really quiet. But then on top of that one time I timed it so perfectly. There was only one woman in the theater. It's an older lady.
What the fuck?
She was by herself. It was probably like 1 o'clock on like a Tuesday. And I just timed it so perfectly.
Nope.
That she just straight up jumped out of her seat and just screamed.
Nope.
It was brilliant.
That would have been me. No.
To further extrapolate this a little bit, I've never seen any of the sequels either.
I've never seen any of them. Again, when this came out, I was in full on never ever doing scary movies. At the time, I watched the trailer.
Well, you were what?
I had
you were
like,
15? 16? 15 at the time.
I had nightmares watching the trailer. That is how bad I hated scary movies. I could not even sit and watch a trailer because that would give me nightmares.
Here's the thing, I avoided for the opposite reason. I just thought it would be boring to me. So I avoided it because I was like, this doesn't seem scary to me.
Well, now I'm going in with not abundance, but kind of an abundance of horror movie knowledge, so I feel way more prepared.
Paranormal Activity, come at us, bro. Like,
I will admit, I'm probably not gonna like it all in just general, because I don't like found footage style of filming.
well, this is more like CCTV, mostly. So it's more like stationary camera, but...
I know. Is it all of it, though?
Not all of it. From one of the few things that I've, like, spoiler things that I've heard, what's his name? Micah or something? Like, he does have a camera, and so it is kind of found footage.
Right. Like, I really... Okay, don't get me wrong.
Also, if I got that wrong, don't murder me. But, like...
Side tangent. I do really like the movie Cloverfield. The only reason why I don't like it is because, again, the found footage, it just gives me a headache. That's it, really. I do like the movie, though. That movie's actually really good.
Also, if you like this cup, you can ask Jessica about where to get it, because I love it.
Amazon.
So much.
I got that on Amazon.
It's not very practical, and it's also really a pain in the butt to wash. But, you know, every now and then, you know, you feel like a damn Viking drinking out of it.
Terrible vegan over here. But I did get it on Amazon.
And yes, that is the direwolf of the Starks. We're not going to talk about season 8. So
we will never talk about season 8 because it was trash. Anyways, we will see.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to chug the rest of it.
So we got 1 hour and 26 minutes, and we will see you guys then.
2, 1. Hello. So we are going to do our Paranormal Activity review. Ugh. Oh, it's freaking boring, wasn't it?
Till the end.
Even that was kind of boring.
I mean, the iconic scene of somebody being thrown.
Yeah, that was
in the trailer.
But that was spoiled in the trailer.
Yeah,
so this should just be called White People Horror Movie.
I mean, that's a lot of horror movies, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but this is the most egregious amongst them.
I don't know about all that. I mean, now that I've watched it and I'm not particularly as scared as I was before, I feel like the trailer was scarier than the whole entire movie itself. You know what I'm saying?
In terms of calling it a film, in terms of that, I think A Haunted House by Marlon Wayans, which is a parody of this, is a better film. And is actually has better scares. Because, babe, I'm not gonna lie to you. The first sign of a demon around us, I'm gonna grab you, I'm gonna grab Max, and we're just gonna run. Like, there ain't no, like, oh, let me see if I can catch it on film. No, deuces, we're out of this area. Like...
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like the fact that, I mean, again, like, a lot of these horror movies, the people here aren't the smartest people, or the nicest people, or the most likable people, but, like, dude, like, he was just like, Mika, like, it was only just the two people, Katie and Mika. And Mika's just a terrible, like, boyfriend. Like, he doesn't listen to Katie, he oversteps his boundaries, and then the one time he chooses to do what Katie says, that's when they get murked. It's when he gets murked. Because he chooses to stay home because she said so, and she's already possessed at that time.
I mean, there are two ways to look at that. Make it shit as a judgment of character, in my opinion.
No, he's just a shitty person.
What's her name? Katie. Katie's also a bit of shit.
How is she a shit? I think she's stupid.
That's what I mean by shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bit of a shit because she's being dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mika even suggests in the third act, like, look, we're just gonna go to a fucking hotel. We're gonna get the hell out of Dodge. We're gonna go away. And, you know, by that time she was possessed.
I was gonna say, she's been possessed by that time, though, so I don't really think that was
Okay.
her being stupid. It was just the demon telling...
On camera, babe, I love you. If at that point you're like, no, we should stay here after we've seen so much horrible demon bullshit. Yeah, I'm gone.
That's fine. I'd understand.
You know,
I
would expect you to do the same
I don't
for
think
me.
I would be conscious because I'm possessed, but you know.
Yeah, but I would expect you to do the same for me. Like, if I was already demon possessed and saying like, no, we should stay here. You should be with me. You should love me.
You're just making it creepy already. More creepy.
Well, that's more creepy than what happened. So,
Weird.
anyways, now we have to give it a score. So, what is the score?
It's not a 0, okay?
Absolutely not. But
It's not a 0. Like,
out of
because
5.
we've seen-
Out of 5.
we've seen some shit. We've seen what a 0 is. It's not a 0, but
No.
I don't understand.
but-
I just don't get the whole hype of it. Like, again, the trailer was more scarier than the entire film. And the trailer is 2 minutes! To be granted, there's only 2 minutes of actual scare time, so I guess that makes sense. So, I'm
So
gonna
what is your
have
score?
to give it a 1.
Give it a score out of a film, not a horror film.
But even
Or, you know what?
it's a 1 because
Give it a score for a horror film.
it kind of goes back to like what we talk about. Like, I know there are some films where no, actually I would disagree. Like, I think it's lazy when you're just telling us what's happening. Like,
But that
it
is...
wasn't really showing us anything. Yeah,
That
there were
is-
like little taps and ooh, a door moved. The shrieking, I will give it that. That was good. Like the loud crashing, but like it was just like pitter patter, like.
So what is it for you?
I just said it was a 1.
A 1.
Yeah.
A 1 out of 5.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm looking at it as a, like, from the budget, a very, very shoestring budget.
$11,000.
Yeah. So, it did try, it tried, it really did try. I liked the Ouija board,
Scene.
tidbit.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. The shrieking, that was kind of like the screaming, like just the way it was screaming. And
Yes.
I honestly have to give it to not Mika. I didn't really care for his acting. Katie playing Katie, I thought she did very well. I don't know if she had any acting experience before, but the Katie actor, I thought she did really well considering the film was like, eh. Every scene she was in, I felt her realness, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Mhm.
So
Everything else
you
sucks.
just give it a 1 out of 5?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. The reason I'm giving it a 2,
I was bored. I'm sorry.
it was properly boring. Like, to be honest, this This really could have been a short on YouTube, like through Crypt TV.
You know what? Yeah, it could have been a.
If you did a 15-minute Crypt TV YouTube, yeah, this would have been fantastic. But the reason I'm giving it 2, Katie, damn believable.
Very believable.
Same with Micah as well.
Mika, yeah.
Mika?
Yes, it's Mika.
I'm gonna call him Micah. Fuck it.
Okay.
Also fairly believable. The few things that they did do that would require like CGI look good. Also the practical. I am a huge fan of practical effects. So, you know, when the demon is getting into the bed with spoiler, sorry. When the demon is getting into the bed with Katie. Looks great. Looks very, very good.
What they did show us was
Also the sound.
I said that.
Yeah. That's why it's a 2 for me. Because the sound, you know, you gotta pay attention for it. Because, sorry, we don't have like surround sound or sound bar or anything. It's just based on our ears. So. But anyways, sounded great. So.
Oh no, I'm sticking with my 1.
No, okay.
I'm sticking with my 1.
No, okay. It's a 1.5 out of 5.
No, give it your 2. You
No,
have a legitimate reason.
no, it doesn't deserve the 2. Because it's fucking boring.
I don't understand, again, the hype. Like...
It's 86 minutes long, and 83 of those minutes you're bored. Like, I literally hear birds outside right now, so...
I know. Lord.
So, it doesn't deserve that, so it's a 1.5 out of 5. I don't understand how it spawned 6 or 7 sequels. I'm not exactly sure on that. And on top of that, like, the marked ones, which was supposed to be like a spin-off. No. I think it was brilliant marketing, because again, Oren Peli, the director of this one, that's all he's done. He's only done Paranormal Activity movies. Which, sure. Yeah.
It needed more. And I understand, like, if you had a set budget, you had a set budget. Like, that's fair. But...
I mean, they did originally, but after that...
It could have been shorter. I think it would have been more... But, again, I can't say it would have been more successful, because technically it has been very successful. It has how many sequels? 6?
6.
Yeah.
7th one is coming.
So...
But, here's the weird thing. We're gonna watch, the parody of it, A Haunted House.
We are?
Yeah, we're not gonna review it, but...
Why are we saying it then?
We're gonna watch that because I think it's a better version of Paranormal Activity. Anyways... you can expect a return to form. Maybe not every week, but I think
doing horror movies for a whole month straight, like every day, was like... But, yeah, I think doing it once a week is more doable. This has been another not good movie review. I've been...
we have...
Oh my god.
Jessica.
Hello.
Jessica.
This is Samo. Hi. We'll see you guys in hopefully a decent one. Please, a decent one. Hello, welcome back to the shit show we like to do on this channel.
You want to try that again? Let's be more upbeat this time.
Upbeat? In what capacity?
I don't know. Let me just pop something off from the top. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Katie with the good hair.
Don't do that.
Maybe not every week. Hey, try!